What's up, guys? Thanks for joining the stream. Got a good one for you. Hopefully, I had a good weekend. I had a pretty good weekend. It was super busy. On top of getting the car prepped, and so I got the car back from Joseph to get the car detailed and all that. I got it pretty late, and then I had to do a bunch of prep to get the car ready. And it ended up taking almost all night on Thursday night, and I didn't go to bed maybe until like 3 in the morning, Friday morning. Had to go to work, and then still had to do a little bit more prep on the car. But yeah, it was a good weekend. It was Tunerfest, if you didn't already know. Tunerfest by RevMatch Track Days, and it was a great time. It was held at the Firm, which is a local track here in Florida, maybe about an hour away from where I live. So it's probably going to be the test track for the channel. And when I say test track for the channel, if you guys don't know, I bought an FK8 Honda Civic Type-R, and that's going to be like the project car for the channel. It was all stock, and all I did to it was the regular maintenance. So on Thursday, I with the help of Ian, we did oil change, transmission fluid change to hopefully remedy the second to third gear shift, or I think it's first to second gear hesitation and launching hesitation. So we did transmission fluid, the oil, brake fluid. We flushed it out. We changed the pads, and man, the pads were horrible. Yeah, I didn't stream. The last time I streamed was Wednesday. So actually, yeah, let me show you some pictures of that. Oh, Series Zero, what's up? Thanks for joining the chat. Yeah, I'm going to the Honda Meet Track Day, so that's in about a month. So this past weekend was the Firm, and then in 2 weekends, not this coming weekend, the weekend after will be Roebling, and then 2 weekends after that will be the Firm again for the Honda Meet. So if you guys aren't going to that event, there's a couple new track people who follow the channel. I recommend you guys to go to that. It's only like $170 for a whole day. Sign up for a beginner, and maybe you'll get an instructor. So it's a really good, super easy, like relaxed environment. I know it says the Honda Meet, but you don't have to have a Honda to go. I brought the Lotus there a couple times. People have brought all kinds of cars. It doesn't have to be a Honda. But yeah, it's in a couple weeks. Let me see if I have a flyer. I showed it last time. Let's pull that up real quick. And then I'll show you some of the stuff I had to do when we prepped the car. Of course, my computer's gonna go slow. Oh, so he's like, nice. I'm going to try my best to go to AW11. I'll get the AW11 out for the Honda Meet. Gonna give it another track test this weekend before Tail of the Dragon road trip. Oh, so what's this weekend? What are you gonna do this weekend before the Tail of the Dragon? And the Tail of the Dragon, you going with the S2K guys? All right, let me see if I have a flyer. I thought I did. That's loading. Oh, I don't. If you go look for the Honda Meet on Facebook, Instagram, there'll be flyers on there and information and link on how to sign up. And I think it's like a super great deal. $170 for a whole day. You get 5 sessions, 20 minutes each session, right? 3 usually in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. Sometimes you get a bonus one at the end where it's a free-for-all. So you might have 6 sessions, but that's depending on the weather and depending on if there are any delays. So if you don't get that 6th session, just blame it on the people who delay the sessions going out. But yeah, so you believe it's a normal open track day at the Firm. Okay. I'm going to be putting in a new oil pan for the car Wednesday. I want to make sure everything squared away as far as oil leaks are concerned. That's good. Yeah. I can't wait to see it. I like the open track days. I'm looking at memberships. I could go to open track days more, but there's just so many of these events that come up through the year that are really good price because it's group pricing, right? So I'm still on the fence about a membership, but I think there are enough events through the year where I could do like install a part and then test it, install a part and test it. So that's the plan for the car. But yeah, the open track days are great at the Firm too. It's just more seat time. More seat time is always good. What's up, Adam? You going? I can't wait to hang out in Roebling. It's been a minute. When last track day we did together was maybe last year. Roebling, also Roebling, was it? I don't remember. But yeah, so let's look at some of this maintenance stuff. This is all the stuff I had to do Thursday before the track day. So let's look at the air filter real quick. And of course, it's going to be like really laggy. So that's a picture of a tech inspection. But here's the air filter. This thing is like crusted over. So the car has 126,000 miles, and that's the air filter. I'm assuming it was never changed. We also did spark plugs. I have a picture of spark plugs. They looked okay. And let's see. Oh, I don't have a picture of the brake pads. Let me see if I can try to get that real quick while you guys wait. So, Series 0, have y'all top end guys ever thought about hosting your own firm day? I think the top end guys we've always wanted to, and the S Tech guys we've always wanted to, but if something ever comes out of that discussion, then I'll let you know. But I mean, we've always wanted to, right? It'd be great, right? We're local. It'd be good that we, like advertise it so we could get local people as well. Because you have these other organizations from so the Honda Meet is technically from the West Coast, and then the group who did it last past weekend is Rev Match Track Days, and they're like mid-east, northeast group, but to have a southeast group do track days at the firm, if it was SDAC or and anybody from down here, it would be great because we would know the local people, right? And we go there so often that sorry, the picture of the pads I want to show you is coming from my iCloud, and it's obviously going to take a while. And I really wish I had a picture right away. But it was like the remaining pad was as thin as like the metal back, if not thinner. I think it was probably thinner. Maybe I could just pull it up on Instagram. Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Make sure you guys don't see my Instagram. Hey, Roebling, Savannah Silsler, you committed to make it to Road Atlanta. Yeah, I missed Road Atlanta. I think hopefully I could make more track days, but with all the other responsibilities has been rough, but doable. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can pull this up. Man, we have a lot of spam in the chat. I have to scroll quite a ways bit back just to get to the picture. Hey, Jamie, you lurking, Jamie? I saw that you liked the message. The announcement. Come on. Yeah, some good things, bad things happened during the track day that we'll talk about. I just want to show you this picture of the pads real quick, but it's taking a while. Speaking of the pads, even though what's up, Jamie? You're on the vertical chat. I guess you're on mobile. Even though even though we did the pads, we still had braking issues, and I'll show you what happened. So here are the pads. I don't know if you could see that. Here are the pads. On the right are my new Hawk HP Pluses. On the left is what the guy had in there. I didn't know the brand, but it almost looked like he only changed the pads once. So in 126,000 miles, he probably changed it at like 60 or 70, and then it was due for another change. But this is definitely would not have survived the track day. This would probably be down to the metal, and I would have been boiling over the fluid and crashing. So it's pretty rough. So Adam says we can try and see about hosting a day at the firm. we can ask the rest of Top End and S-Tech and see what's up. Yeah. So Adam's our fearless leader as far as track content for Top End. So maybe, yeah, I know that people have talked about it in the past. So, all right. So those are the pads. Let me see if I have something else. So I did all the maintenance on Thursday. You know, the messed up, the air filter, the pads were all messed up. Changed the spark plugs, all that good stuff. Got it track ready, and the car did okay. The only thing is, during the first session, I had a oh crap moment. Let me close this. You know, so here's tech. We made it to tech. Okay, the car passed. You know, this is when I had the stock wheels and tires. So my first session, I wanted to test these 20-inch wheels, and with the stock-ish tires. They're the same tires, just wider, and it wasn't so good. The wheels were super heavy, and the tires had no grip. So I got teched with the stock tires. Here's us in driver's meeting. We got Cade, and then Diego. These are the guys in the Discord. And Audio back here, right? And I actually met Lap Around the World. I don't know if you guys watch his YouTube channel, but he does a bunch of videos at different tracks. So he actually gave me a shirt. Lap of the World. If you want to subscribe to him on YouTube, he covers a lot of track content too. And you've probably seen his videos. He drives the NSX. He gave me a shirt, and it was good to meet him finally in person. And of course, I'm a nobody, right? So I don't think he knew who I was, but it was good that, you know, nice to meet him and get a shirt. Very nice guy. He's probably one of the reasons why I got into track stuff. What's up, Ian? Series 0. Dude, when I saw that he was there along with Matt and his 8.6, I knew I'd really missed out. Yeah, I think the rain scared a lot of people away. The organization asked Lap of the World to help promote the event, but I think what happened was people signed up, but then the rain the weather forecast kind of scared people off, and the turnout was good. I would say it was okay. Track time was good. Whoever did get on track, even though it was a little wet, got a lot of laps and seat time. The only thing that was kind of iffy was the attendance for the show wasn't that good, and there was only one drifter. So I think with the rain, if the weather was better, it would have been better. And I think since this is the first time they've done it, you know, you always expect the first one to be kind of like not sure, right? But the second one, I think, is going to be good because everyone who went, they enjoyed it. At least I did, and they're going to go back. But yeah, so there's us, and here's a video of my first session. Let's take a look. This is with the stock 20s and stock tires. We'll probably go near the end, maybe like the 10-minute mark. And you can tell how slow I'm going because if you can tell, it's like still raining and wet. I hope you guys can hear it. Of course, it's gonna get choppy. I don't know why it's like buffering. It's on the computer. Man, nothing's going right now. Can I change the playback? That's unfortunate. You can hear it, but you can't see it, huh? Alright, let me reload it. Man, that's unfortunate. I think it's because I'm using the streaming computer. The computer I use to stream is also the computer I'm using to play everything. Oh, so Diego says Jerry, Danny, and I are chilling with some F4s at Sebring for now. Oh, nice. What game? Oh god. Man, I wish I could get this to work. It'd be nice. A little slideshow here. Let's see if I could close some things. Free up some RAM. Oh, you thought you were gonna have that day off? Oh, iRacing? Thought you were gonna have that day off too, but had to deal with a customer that was angry and his 5-year-old battery died that he had service with our dealership. Oh, the battery's fine until you guys worked on it. Oh yeah, I hate that. Those, you know, like, so I used to work at I mean, I guess it wasn't really customer service, but it was like a theme park, water park, right? And man, sometimes people were like, oh, I worked in an arcade, and people would be like, oh man, this game stole my money, and it would obviously be either they put a quarter in instead of a token, or you know, like they actually put the token inside a slot that's not actually where the money goes. You know, it just happened to be a hole that was slot shaped, or you know, like other user error things. Man, okay, so this video is gonna be very choppy. I'm not gonna watch it, but pretty much I was taking it super easy, and if you listen to the sound, you could hear the tires just washing out, like every turn, wash out, wash out, wash out. So my fastest lap, I think, was like a 1:31, which is like slower than my FB6, and that's probably because it was raining, it was wet. But I think in the FB6 I've done it in the wet and it was okay. Maybe because the car also weighs a lot, that I was struggling a little bit more in the FK8 than the FB6. But yeah, this is not pleasant to the eye. Let me see if I could get to the end. Okay, here. So here, I'm going down turn 8. This is the bank turn, and then the long straight. I'm accelerating. I didn't want to crash into the wall, so I was taking it easy. And then listen to the car. So I don't know if you heard it, but look, I'm pitting out now. I know it's a slideshow, but my brakes stopped working. It literally was, my foot was all the way to the firewall, and I just did not make turn 10. Like, I stopped at a normal place. I usually stop. I mean, I was obviously going in a little slower than I usually do, but I was not stopping, so I just went straight through the pits. And I've never had a brake failure like that here at the firm. But it was kind of sketchy. I had to stick my arm out the window and, you know, wave people away. Luckily, I slowed down enough. And then when I drove through the paddock, I had no brakes at all. Like, I'd push it down to the floor, and then the car would slow down maybe a little bit, so I'd have to engine brake. And then I parked it, and I just let it cool off. And I was worried that, man, you know, we just changed the brake fluid. Maybe did I leave a bleeder valve loose and all the fluids everywhere and all that good stuff? But I actually, when I looked at the car after it cooled off and I, you know, like calmed down, there was no fluid anywhere. The reservoir was full. None of the calipers were leaking. The brakes looked fine. So I just decided, hey, maybe the fluid boiled over, or the caliper or the rotor got too hot, and I let everything cool off. And then this was like, I don't know, 11 minutes of pushing it hard. No breaks in between, hard braking, everything that I usually do in the FB6, and the brakes failed. So I skipped the next session, and I used that time to bleed the brakes. There was a little bit of air in the driver's side caliper, but that's it. Everything else seemed normal, and it wasn't even a lot of air. So that could have been it. That could have been signs that it, you know, the whole system was kind of boiled over, and then, you know, like, because air compresses, right, and A little bubble could make a big difference. But anyway, I bled it, and then Ian, who's in the chat now, what's up, Ian? He said there's a kind of a common issue that happens with stock FK8s, even if you upgrade the pad. So I was running HP pluses. I don't remember if you guys saw the chart. Let's see. Do I have it? Where is it at? Here it is. If you guys remember this chart, the reason why I went with the HP pluses was this cold temperature mu is similar to, it's like very kind of flat, right? And especially in cold temperatures, it's the highest in the cold, which means it's very streetable, right? So this is the reason why I went with HP pluses. And these never actually let me down in my FB6, but I'm guessing the FK8 is a lot heavier and a lot, more intense on the brakes, especially because, it's 4-piston, it's a bigger car, all that good stuff. And I think what happened was I went over a temperature, and this chart, if it continued, it probably just drops significantly, and then you don't get as much friction later on in the higher temperatures. So I think until I burn these pads out, I'm just gonna take it easy. 2 laps hot, and then 1 lap cool down. 2 laps hot, 1 lap cool down. Another thing that happened was my oil temperature started to go up. I had to cut a session short because I was scared that I was gonna hurt the car. But technically, I could have just taken a cool down lap, right? But I didn't want to risk it, So 2 bad things happened: was the brakes failed, overheating, and then the oil overheating. And Ian also mentioned that that's a common thing with the FK8s. So even though the car is very track ready, I think if you have like decent driving ability and then you push it too hard, I think you're gonna, push the car to its limits stock. And then that's when you have to go, stainless steel brake lines, upgraded brakes, maybe better cooling for the brakes, like removing the dust shield, ventilation. Doesn't have to necessarily be a big brake kit, which would be nice, but, just kind of stuff like that. And then adding in a cool down lap, as well as oil cooling and all that good stuff. So you start to push the track ready car to its limits. I'm not saying I'm a fast driver or anything, but, a couple track days at the firm, I was comfortable, and I was actually, braking like I normally do in an FB6, and it ends up, it looks like I hit that 800 degrees and the pad stops working, right? That's what happened. I mean, okay, there's a little bit of air, so maybe it did boil over, but it wasn't, I don't think it was enough air for me to be worried. And then when I bled the brakes, the fluid looked okay, so I don't know. I bled it the first time at home. Like I used almost like a bottle and a half, but maybe there was some leftover. And I was thinking maybe there was some leftover fluid from the previous owner that wasn't, like maintained recently. That was still in the ABS module. That could have been it, but I don't know. It looks more like the pad gave up, right? This is why they have it stop at 800, because they don't want you to see after 800 it just drops, because it's a street pad. The HP pluses. Which brings me to the next question, like what pads am I going to go with in the future? I'm thinking the 70s, but I had some comments in the last stream that the 70s weren't as good as it shows here. I'm sure the cold temperatures is average, kind of low, and then when it's warmed up, it's kind of a little higher than the rest, other than the 80s, right? And it's pretty consistent. But the 60s look pretty good too, right? It's consistently mid. I mean, maybe the same performance as HP pluses. So maybe if I'm going for consistency, I'll go with the 60s. And I'm building the car for global time attack, so there's no limitation on the pad. If I want it to be street and track, maybe 60s are the way. But people are saying just bite the bullet, go with 70s, deal with the cold temperatures whenever it's on the street. Oh, what's up, Dave? Thanks for joining. Yeah, Dave says as soon as I hit this 800 degrees, the pad stops working. Yeah, I think that's what happened. And then DDR, when I swapped pads at the track, I went from 70s to HP pluses. Okay. So wait, you went from 70s to HP pluses? This was when you, I know I saw you're swapping the pads out, right? So, What was your reasoning from going from the 60s to the HP pluses? And then Dave says 60s would be your recommendation. Ditch the HP pluses. Use them for street only. Okay, yeah, I could see that. I mean, like, so this 60 looks pretty good, consistent street and track. I mean, like the high upper bound is all the way here with the rest of the DTCs. I keep saying DTC pads. So it's, you know, it could survive. It's almost like saying, you know, this is just your dot floor fluid, right? It could perform up to 1600 degrees. Oh, so the 70s were just really thin and like sketchy, and they were toast. What's up, Aladia? Thanks for joining. They were gone. You saw the pads too, and the 70s beat up rotors. Okay, yeah. So you use the 70s, but we don't recommend them for me. So okay, so my top priorities for pads would be longevity, decent temperature, like the maximum range, and decent cold performance. And I think the 60s are like, that's what it seems like that's what fits the best, right? Because the longevity part is because I daily the car, and I track it so often, swapping pads at the track would be kind of, I don't know, annoying. And it's like, you know, like it's not a full dedicated track car where I could just leave the track pads in and then trailer it. You know, I want this car to be like, I show up to the track, I do a couple laps, a couple sessions, and then I drive it home or whatever, right? And then also do global time attack, but I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. The HT10. So HT is these, right? Looks good for what I want. I mean, they don't go beyond the 1400. I don't know what the HTs are. Is that something new? Let me. I'll do some research. Just swap pads, Ian. Yeah. I could do that, except for the fact that the rear pads are no. I mean, okay. So for the rear pads, I definitely want an endurance type pad, something I will never have to swap out. And obviously, I don't want it to bite too hard because it's a front wheel drive car, and you bite the rear, you lock up the rear, you lose the rear end, right? So I want something tough in the front, and then something that will last really long in the rear. So maybe what I'll do is 60s in the rear for sure, and then be on the fence for another type in the front. Oh yeah, 70s coming up to a stop sign. Nope. So there's a, what is it, like in front of my neighborhood there's a sketchy like stoplight where sometimes people don't stop. I don't know why, maybe it's because it's like a back road. And I don't want, you know, me leaving the house, cold brakes, to not be able to stop there while someone runs a red light. Yeah, 70s, yeah. It sounds like, yeah, 70s is not the way. So if 70s are bad cold, it makes me wonder how bad the 80s are cold. These almost seem like you're like sliding on grass if you, you know, like iRacing grass levels of grip or stopping power down here. 60s in the rear is still maybe too much. Okay. Oh man. Okay. So what is like the longest lasting hawk pad that I could put in the rears? The HP pluses? Something that lasts a long time. I hate changing the rear pads because you have to do the whole electronic brake deal. I mean, that's just me being lazy, right? Just do a lap in the neighborhood riding the brakes. I'll try that, Jamie. Let's see how it goes. You know, the set of R4Es on the ND. And you weren't a huge fan of them. They had the downside of a trackpad, noise, dust, poor cool performance, also fade after about 10-15 minutes. Wow, okay, so it's like the worst of two worlds. What were its pros? Longevity? Oh, it only lasted about 5K miles. So it didn't even have a longevity. I guess Porterfield, maybe it's like, maybe the pro is the cost? I don't know. I've never bought Porterfield pads. But yeah, so that's the story of what happened at FK8 during this weekend. Now, Ian, we got to work on how to deal with the cooling. I already bought some vents, open vents, along with tow hooks. So you know, I'm starting to prep for global time attack, and you need tow hooks. But so those are the things coming. I'll do an episode, maybe talk about the effectiveness of the vents. I could measure temperature. I don't know, but I want to try to do everything up to the point of having to get an oil cooler, right? So you, Adam, your rears are just regular power stop ceramics. Oh, so the spoon calipers up front, Hawk HP Plus. Yeah, the FB6, the HP Pluses were like perfect. I could do a whole like 40-minute session at any track, nonstop. I mean, you guys have seen me out there. I would be like the only car still out there. Like I could just run that FB6, which I'm gonna kind of miss with the 9th gen. I could just run laps over and over and not have issues. Other than, you know, like the one time my brakes failed because the seal got pushed out. But yeah, the HP Pluses were good in that car. It was a lighter car. I probably wasn't like cooking them as hard as I was in the Type-R because I have less speed, right? So it's a whole different beast. I can't go with the HP Pluses anymore. Geez, the Project Muse, those are really pricey, Ian. What's up, Kaylee? The PWR race radiator, HKS oil cooler, vented hood, and Jay's racing grill. So I've got the grills coming. I want to test that first, the temperature difference between stock and grills. That way I could provide like a cheap alternative for people who don't want to buy like a HKS oil cooler and a new radiator and a new hood. But anyway, so yeah, that was this weekend. I had a blast. As soon as I switched to the new tires though, man, it was like a night and day difference. I went down, I think 10 seconds. I went from 31s, which, you know, that was me also one being careful with the car, and also it being a little wet, from 31s down to 21s, right? Just by changing the tires. Let me see. Do I have a video? Yeah, I do have a video. Let's play that real quick. That way you guys could judge me. I know you guys like to judge. I'm going to play it off of YouTube because apparently my computer's laggy because of all the stuff that's running. Oh, I actually don't have it on. I'll have the last video I have is of Homestead. I don't have a video of. That's kind of disappointing. All right, so let's. Hopefully it plays. Cross your fingers, guys. I might have to play the vertical version. So let's see. Episodes. Let's everyone judge my video. My lap. Yeah, this tires, holy crap, they were. I've never driven such a poor performing tire. So I have the Yoko Apex on the Lotus. That was manageable. I would lose grip and slide a little bit, but and then even in a real wheel drive car, it was kind of sketchy, but it was not as sketchy as what came with the Type-R. They were, I forget what they were. Ian, they were Toyo. I'll pull up the picture. It's funny because I just got the pictures. Set of Westlakes. Oh, like the little like, what are the Chinese brand like? I forget what they're called, but like the drift. People just buy them just to burn them up. Those tires. All right, let me pull up the tires for you guys. There you go. All right, so we have these. I mean, these tires are okay. The Michelin's, the Michelin Pilot Sport All Season 265s, and then they're mismatched. So these were in the rear, and then in the front were all season tires, right? But it's weird. They were worse than the Yokohamas that I have, the Apex. And those suck. The Toyo Proxy Sport. So, I mean, like, decent, right? But not for track. 265s as well. Yeah, so the Pilot Sports are kind of a YouTuber tire. Yeah, a lot of people bring them up. Maybe they do a lot of sponsorships. $80 for the Westlakes. Yeah, so those were the tires. Yeah, I mean the Pilot Sport name, right? So then when you go to all seasons, it's kind of like, yeah, those were not grippy at all. And I'm running like what, Falcon 615, super cheap tire, but a great tire. So here, these are what I was running. I switched over to these Falcon 615s. Not the best, right? Of course, they're even like one of the worst 200 treadwear tires. The 660s are way better, and it's still the same category, right? But I went with these tires because I was comfortable with them. I could hear them, and I didn't want to start off the gate with like super slick tires, right? I'm gonna have to change up the tires when I go do global time attack because they require 220 or higher. So I still got to do my research on that. The max width they do for front wheel drive cars is 295. So I have room to go wider. I don't know what tire and manufacturer and compound for my 220 requirement, right? So I got to do more research. But these are for like daily / occasional firm track day. All right, so I was looking up the video. All the stuff fit in the back of the Civic. Pretty nice. All right, so let's look it up. Oh, you can hear it, but you can't see it. All right, so we'll watch this real quick. It shouldn't lag because it's optimized. There's Diego. I had a good exit there, turn 8. Down the straight. I hit one about 110. It's a little wet. It's drizzling right now. Turn 1. Broke a little early, turned a little early, but it's nice having a lot of power. So there I usually wide open, but just like floor it, but I didn't here in this car. And at FB6 I could just stay wide open there. Use a concrete patch. Turn 6, use a concrete patch. You abuse that curb, you abuse that curb. I was still kind of trying to figure out how to do turn 7. Like when to floor it, because I'd lose traction. And I had traction control still on. Broke early, I didn't want to put it in the wall. I didn't go as high as I usually do. Turn 8, use a concrete patch. That wasn't as sketchy as I've been doing for the rest of the weekend, but it was my fastest lap. So I did like a 121.2, so close to 120, but I know without rain, a little bit more practice in this car, figure out the line compared to the FB6, I could do 20s, maybe even 19s, because there's a lot of room to grow. So I'll watch it one more time and I'll be quiet. The Series Zero, you say, what do I think of the new turn one wall? There's a new wall, turn one. I didn't even notice. Let me get there. I mean, I was just there. Okay, so I'm looking around, turn 10. Is this turn one technically now? Do I notice any new walls? I dipped down to, over on the left? No, that's always been there. Turn one, turn two. I didn't see a new wall. I mean, obviously you know a lot about it. You're like the firm master. All right, so RE71 RSs, AO52s. So AO52s, I thought they were aren't they 200 treadwear, not 220? For enthusiast class, you need 220, right, or higher. Then I thought RE71 RSs are also 200, if not even lower. And Dave, why do you want to go global time attack? I think because they have an enthusiast class, which is very similar to the SCCA autocross classing. With NASA TT, it's great, it's fun, it's weight versus power weight ratio. But I don't want to add too many mods to optimize the power weight ratio, right? So if they had like some kind of enthusiast class, that'd be nice. At least for now, right? I'm still DE3. I still need to get my TT license. I think maybe in the future I'll do HPDE or NASA TT, but enthusiast class at Global Time Attack is a little bit more achievable with the amount of money I'm willing to spend on the car up front, right? I mean, of course I could take it to and do TT and compete with it without spending any money, but to maximize it, you know, I don't know. It's like, I'm the same as you, like we want to get the edge, right? And you're right, yeah, there's only one event for 2024. It's also like, you know, a lot of my friends, they compete in Global Time Attack, and it's nice to, you know, compete together. I mean, there's nothing wrong with NASA TT. I want to do it eventually too, right? That's always, so Series Zero is always a move with the velocity of Veloster N. Keep pushing the braking a bit further and spend a little less time cornering. Yeah, that makes sense. I do want to brake later, but with such a different car from my two cars that I've driven before were really light, right? The FB6, not so light, but the Lotus, super light. I could push the braking extra late. But with the FK8, it's a little bit heavier, bigger car. I didn't want to, and also I didn't want to total it on my first week of ownership. I was braking a little early. My turn-ins were decent, but I knew I was overslowing. Yeah, so it's a, you know, like shakedown of the car. Not too bad. Yeah, enthusiast would be any 220. So I gotta do more research on the tire. See what other people are running in the 220 treadwear range. Yeah, 100% agree with you, Dave. I do want to build a car for maybe TT 4 is the lowest I could go, right? With the FK8. I definitely can't do 5, right? 5 or 6, too much horsepower. And how many people will usually run TT4? Like, is there a decent amount of people who run it? I know you guys. I mean, it would be fun to compete against you, but I would just always lose. To be honest. Oh, 7 to 10 people? So 4 is the most stacked group, I guess. It's a good middle, you know? Balance between power, weight. The dream used to be Sunday Cup, right? On the fits. Really low horsepower, slow cars, but a nice all driver mod and suspension and setup. Well, yeah, so that's the fast lap. If you guys have any comments on where I can improve, let me know. Put them in the comments. I definitely got to get used to it. General rule that 2,500 plus cars, like the weight, likes to be on the outside of the concrete strip before turn in for a 7. Yeah, lighter cars want to be in a turn on the inside of it. Yeah. So yeah, I got to figure out turn 7's mine. Let me find a car or person with a car about as heavy, maybe I could just watch like the NSX, right? Car is pretty way big, but then it's a rear wheel drive, a little different. Oh, Jamie, I really had you looking at Sunday Cup the other day. Yeah, you should do it. I mean, like, I know you have like a Mustang, a Project Mustang. I think you should just do HBDE, like do DE1 with the Mustang, or another project car if you don't want to finish the Mustang, and see where you like are comfortable, and maybe just finish the Mustang, track it once, and then either go with the Mustang more or build a Sunday Cup car. If you want the Mustang to be like a show car, I would just make that Mustang like a show car, because it's it's like a little bit of a classic car at this point. Oh, they're almost there. 3. Oh, so on my chat I see your message, and the 3-0 is cut off, and I thought it was like $300 or $3,000, but I didn't realize he said 30K. Okay, so don't track the Mustang after you finish it. Make it a show car, and buy a Fit or a Fiesta or one of the other Sunday Cup cars. Yeah, Dave just wants us to run with TT with him. Yeah. Unfortunately, we're going to Roebling in 2 weeks. I mean, it's a good reason to. But we're going with our friend who's going to start tracking again for the first time in years, and so that's the reason why we're going to Roebling. But Dave, you're going to Sebring with everyone else. So I know, yeah, I knew it. Sebring, complete restoration. Yeah, do it. Fit is always the answer. I mean, honestly, Miata is always the answer, but Fit's a close second, right? A Sunday Cup. Any Global Time Attack does a Sunday Cup too, so maybe that's how I do GTA instead of the FK8 and NASA TT. Yeah, a lot of you, all you guys are trying to get me into it. You should try to peer pressure Modi and everyone else, Ian, Adam, Sebring in October. Yeah, let me pull up the calendar real quick. I know maybe not everyone might be going, but at least we could talk about upcoming events. I know some of the guys are in iRacing right now, but I want to hang out with you guys and talk. Let's see. So this weekend, nothing for me at least. The following weekend, Roebling, and then some of the other guys from Discord are going to Sebring. Then 3 weeks after that is the Honda meet. So here goes. Honda meet, April 28th. So I know some you guys were mentioning it earlier. You should, if you're a new driver, the Honda meet's like perfect. I'm trying to get more people to go. I posted it in the North Florida Honda group, which is I think a lot of Jacksonville enthusiasts who are into shows and stuff, and nighttime meets and cruises. But none of them. Not none. Most of them haven't been on track, but a lot of them are interested. So hopefully I could get a lot of them to be in beginner, and then maybe I could coach them or whatever. But I will also be testing the car. So the weekend after that, CMP, I'm skipping that, I think. Then the weekend after that, May 10th and 11th, is Global Time Attack Road Atlanta. So maybe the car will be ready-ish by then. Yeah. So I know all you guys are saying NASA TT. Like, let us get there. Moni's already TT. Me, Ian, Adam, I think we're getting close-ish. I have to work on my license. I think Ian's already there. And then, I want to do NASA TT. And I know Dave, you've been giving us all the paperwork and all the hints and all that good stuff, so really appreciate it, right? Futurary. Step into our web. I'm thinking about doing like a whole in the Discord. I know we have track talk, so we talk about tracking and track cars in general. But I'm thinking about doing another sub for just competitive driving. So how to get your license, how to do TT, how to set up your car for the rules and all that. Because last time I tried to look up all the discussion on the rules, it got lost in the rest of the track talk, right? So I mean that might be a good idea. And then I think Dave, if you're interested, you could lead that up, and then you know, that'd be kind of nice. So we got Homestead in May as well. I'm not doing that. It's hot. Road Atlanta June, Sebring June, Barber. So this is one I really want to go to. Barber in July. It's a combined NASA event. It's about 6-7 hours away. So, you know, Adam, Ian, July 13th through 14th. If you're not working that weekend, maybe we go, right? Yeah, Dave, I appreciate it. One of the early times I remember talking to you, Dave, was when I was learning about Barber. So it just reminded me. Yeah, we just need to be ready before we jump into deep end of TT. I mean, like, I think our driver skill and awareness is there. Maybe not. Maybe me, not so much skill, but awareness is there. Maybe I get a little too nervous with awareness. I would just move out of people's way, right? Which is not good. You're supposed to keep your line. But anyway, August, Sebring, Roebling. September, Roebling. And then Watkins Glen, October. I'm like, might skip it. Sebring, CMP. I want to go back to CMP because I have unfinished business, but we'll see. And then December is packed with Homestead, Road Atlanta, and Sebring as well. Yeah. It's a pretty busy year, but also my kids are at the age where they're going to want to do stuff. So I might have to skip a little bit more events and then do more of the one-day events versus being missing for the whole weekend, right? If it wasn't for your brother's birthday, you would go to Road Atlanta June. Yeah. June? A little warm, but that's the June 8th and 9th. Yeah, we all have unfinished business. Man, okay, so my story for CMP is the first day I was doing really good. Boney gave me advice that night, and in my mind, I was like, man, of course, that advice like works perfectly. The first session, I did it, and like my time improved greatly, and I was ready to keep practicing it. But then that's when my brakes failed. So, like failed hard. Like the seal for the calipers got pushed out, and I'd lost all my fluid. What's up, Apollo? You guys doing the Dragon, right? Pretty soon. And I wish I could join you guys. I know you guys have already booked hotels and stuff, but keep reminding me of the date for the Dragon. It's not on my calendar. Road Atlanta in June. It's gonna be hot. Yeah, it's summer. Oof. I mean, it's better than like Homestead or Sebring in the summer, right? And what's the date for the Dragon that everyone's going? The S2K guys are going. I know more than just the S2K guys are going. Let's see. All right, so let's keep talking about my first track day there. Okay, so all that happened. Let's look at some pictures. I know it's been like we're just jumping around everywhere. I had a script that I wanted to talk about, but whatever. We're just talking. So here are some pictures from the weekend. The stock wheels look really good. The black with the red lip. I think I might go with black for my next set of wheels. Here's tech, finishing tech. Here with the stock wheels, tires. 10 seconds slower is pretty horrible. Okay, week of April 27th is the official event for the Dragon. Take the FK8. All right, let me put that on the calendar right now. April 22nd, right? And you guys are staying longer than that. 22nd, that's a Monday? Am I seeing that right? Oh, the whole week. Yeah, that's right. You guys are you have like a whole like itinerary for the whole week, huh? Week of the Dragon. I keep saying every year I'm gonna go with the S2K guys, but always like something comes up or I screw it up. I'll take the FK8. Maybe I'll take the kids and the wife. We could like sightsee and stuff when we're not on the Dragon. That'd be nice. Yeah, Road Atlanta in June won't be as bad as Sebring, yeah, for sure. Like it's a little cooler than here in Jacksonville, actually. So these pictures are by Ryan, RJM Media. Let me pull up his. Let me see on the bottom, RJM Media, and then this is at Red Match Track Day. So those are the @s for their Instagrams. Let me do it one more time. It was a little quick. Take a screenshot. Just go check them out. Takes good pictures. And the stock wheels look really good. I mean, like, as much as I love the look of 20s, they're way heavy. People were lifting them up and comparing them to the RPF ones, and it was like almost double the weight. It felt like. And this mass is rotating mass too, right? Or the weight is rotating mass. Yeah, couple good shots here. Like that little lean, the stock suspension, right? I had it in R mode, right? Obviously. Man, it looks good. Such a good looking car. I'm abusing the S's here, driving over the curb. I wasn't able to go 3-wheel like Diego was. But that's because the car weighs a lot more, right? And my suspension isn't as hard. It's soft. Alright, great pictures. Here's Kate interrupting me. I think this was after I put the wheels on and had to test the brakes. Driving around the paddock. I should have straightened the wheel. Man, the RPF ones look good. I kind of wish they were a little flatter face, but it's all good. The 18s look way small compared to the 20s. So if you look at the 20s, these look huge and these look thin or small, but the tire looks beefy. Yeah, did I try it with traction control off? No, I didn't turn it off. It never got dry enough for me to... Oh, actually, no, a couple sessions were dry. I still didn't want to risk it, though. I knew I was cutting power, turn 10, 1, 7. All those places I was losing power because traction control, but everywhere else, traction control was kind of helping. One of the guys back a couple years ago got a photo of your Veloster N on 2 wheels over the big curve on the right. Favorite photo of that car. Do you have it? Can you send it to me in the Discord? 2 wheels? Jeez. I'll get race cars. I'm looking at Tacomas. I'm different. I mean, I'm looking at pilots still. Like, pilots are still on the list of cars I want. 3-row pilot would be nice. Little trail sport. Yeah, so you got pictures of the interior. It looks clean in the pictures, but it's not. Trust me. Joseph's gonna come help me out with that. I know I could just vacuum it out, but I like Joseph's work. And put, help local businesses and friends. Car looks good. All these action shots. I like it with RPF ones. The silver on the black looks kind of nice. That's like my favorite look on the 9th gen. There was a little lake in the middle of the track because of all the rain. So it got this little lake shot. Too bad you can't sit. There's no like reflection. That'd be cool. I like this shot a lot. Pretty cool. Actually, this guy messaged me on Instagram. The guy in this wagon. He did a 2.5 RS swap. Some parts, and yeah, the car was still chugging along. Looked pretty clean for its age, and he maintained it enough to take it on track. My favorite part is he's also running RPF ones. Yeah, send it my way. Okay, nice. Yeah, Joseph does great work, and he'll go to you too. So yeah, if you need work on the CRV, just hit him up. These are great shots. Ryan does really good. So here's Cade. We were like kind of cruising. We were talking about how to improve, and then we look over and we see Ryan, and we're like, "Hey, look!" And I looked him directly in the eye, but I was covered by the A pillar, and then Cade threw up the peace signs. The God wheel, yes. RPF ones. There's a little rain action going on here. Cade again. I think this is where I actually look at him. Yeah. So I'm trying to look at Ryan in the eye, but every time I look, like something's in the way, whether it be the mirror or funny. There's the Subaru again. I want to get towards the end. Little Mustang, and this ND was beautiful. I loved it. It was like super clean. Looks so much better than an NC. I think if I were to get a real world drive car, it'd be an ND. Well, you know, me just bullying. Ian would say I'm bullying this guy. He's pointing me by, but no, man. It was advanced, so it was open passing. He didn't have to point by, but he ended up pointing me by. All right, let's get to where that was a lot of fun. All right, so here's Eladio in the back, and then Diego. They were killing it on track too. I just happened to be in front of them for this picture. But yeah, it was Diego's first time at the firm, and he was like killing it. There were some places where I was following him, and I was like, okay, I gave him some advice. Like he wasn't going over this curb as much as I am here, right? But you know, first time on a track, still taking those pointers and still like putting out good lap times. So it's not like he was slow, right? There's just places for him to improve. And Diego, he's a like god driver, especially on the sim. You want to get a set of super RAPs for the AW. It's like the pre-RPF ones. Yeah, RPF 1 tried and true. Yeah, I'll take yours for a lap. I mean, like, I'm not, you know, every time I drive other people's car on track, it's always like much slower, right? Yeah, you can see the rain kind of coming. Oh yeah, it really started pouring. I think this is where, okay, so I kind of get one wheel off here and then one wheel off here. So I'm like 3 wheels for half of these. I don't know. But I could tell Ryan was camping here so that he could try to get somebody on 2 wheels. And I think he got Diego on 2 wheels. But yeah, I think that I'm going to say that's 3 wheels. There's a gap. And then this is the LE version of the Type-R. I was bullying him a little bit. Good driver. You know, like I saw him park next to me, but as soon as I came to talk to him, he wasn't in a car anymore. I never got to say what's up or meet him. And I think he was swapping drivers anyway. So here I'm bullying him again. Bullying him into turn 8. There was no, like I said, advance was open passing, so there was no point buys, and I was waiting for my opportunity. And I think I finally passed him after 8. I got a really good exit. I think I have video of that. I'll post it on YouTube. But we both went to turn 8. Like I was right up his butt. I feel like I did a better line and then got a better exit, and that's the only way I passed him. Abusing the curb again. That's only 3 wheels, not 2 wheels. Yeah. The rain was fun. This car is super like stable in the rain, but still I didn't want to put it in the wall, so I still slowed it down. But yeah, those are the pictures from the weekend. Oops, I switched to the wrong screen. So Ian, that's what, you know, you agree with Adam on bullying him? Bullying them? I don't know. It was a fun weekend. It wasn't super competitive. What's up, John? John Hubbard. How to donate? So here's the thing. If you want to support the channel, I just ask for subscriptions. You know, the channel needs to hit 500 subscribers, I think, before people could donate. And even then, I'm probably not gonna ask for people to donate. I could go 2 routes. I could either do donations or ads, but I don't know. I don't know if I should do ads either, but we'll see. This is more for fun and informative, but we'll see. Like the best way to support the channel is to subscribe and just, you know, share it with other people. My fastest lap here at the firm was actually in this car, 121.2, and we had a video of it earlier, so maybe I could show it again. This is the fastest lap for the weekend and overall. It's in a new car, and which has a lot more power than my other car. So let's watch it real quick if you want to see it. I'll play it for you. Thanks for asking. Down the straight. I think I hit 110. I'm pretty sure I can hit higher miles per hour if I get a better exit out of turn 8. Going down straight, break a straight line. There I turned it a little early than I usually do. Turn 10 into turn 1, hit the apexes for both. Hustle over. Turn 2, a little uphill. Turn 3, oh, easy left-hander. Turn 4 is where I could probably improve the most. So I lift. I shouldn't be lifting. See it here? That was turn 4. I took the turn at about 77 miles an hour. I think the car could do maybe like 80 plus for that turn. So we'll go back. All right, so I'm in like 87. I lift and brake a little. Yeah, I'm taking the turn at 72. I could probably do it at 80. I probably have enough grip. The turn 4 is a room for improvement. 5. Probably over slow there. I mean, I'm in the concrete. Probably do a little faster here. Turn 6 as well. I'm in the concrete. Maybe have a better exit speed. I'm a wuss here in the S's because I spun out here once. So I probably I took it like, let's see, maybe in the 80s. 82, 80, 78, 76. So maybe I shouldn't let it drop as much before I brake. And in turn 7, it's a huge area where I can improve. And that's what we were talking about earlier. And on another straight, it's raining. So turn 8, I took it the easy line. You know, apex, the first apex. I should be up here by that cone, but I'm not. And I hit the second apex and slide out on the concrete. I could probably take it faster. That was probably like, what, 60? Let's see, let's double check. I can't see my speed, I'm covered. But my exit speed is like 70 there. So I could probably take it faster. What's up, James? J-Lom. Try 75 at first. Oh, for turn 8, you mean? Oh, sorry, I got late message. And yeah, that's my fastest lap. So yeah, thanks for asking. Yeah, I think there's room to improve, of course, right? Oh yeah, so you're talking about a lot of you. Try 75 for turn 4. Yeah, okay, I could try that. Probably like do a light lift and then turn in. Coming out of S's, you try to give it a bit more power. It's looking like it's slinging you too close to the wall or to that last curve on the right. Yeah. Oh man, Moni was trying to coach me through the S's a lot. And like for a straighter entry into the hairpin through the S's so that I have like a tighter turn in, but then a nice arc exit. Almost like I'm trying to, maybe if I could draw. Can I draw on screen? Like almost like a, if you look at a literal hairpin, right? It goes straight, curves in, like kind of aggressively at first, and then a long arc out. So you're around 78 to 80 for turn 4. If you get it right with newer tire and get faster. Okay, so I'll slowly build up to that. Maybe I'll do, like you said, 75 at 76, 78. My target originally was 80, but you know, I'm not gonna skip straight to 80 for turn 4. James, when are you gonna join us at some of these track events? It's time to buy another S2000, but leave it NA. Don't supercharge it or turbocharge it. James has had a supercharged S2K, and then at the same time I turbocharged my S2K, so we were like the boosted S2K brothers, but then we both sold our cars. I think it's because they were boosted. It was no longer fun to drive because sure, the boost added a lot more power. Like I was at like 420, and then with ethanol with flex fuel it was like 600, but it was not, you know, like it was a straight line car. It wasn't fun to drive, and you know, it's heating issues over, you know, a lot more maintenance, all that stuff. It was supposed to be a weekend car. James, yeah, that's where he's been. He sold his car and now he doesn't hang out with us anymore. What the heck? He's all about that Tacoma life. Oh yeah, dude, you've been super active on social media with all your shooting stuff. You do more competitions lately? Yeah, that Tacoma life. Yeah, you should get a CRZ. Oh, thanks, John. So John, you're on the vertical stream right now, and how'd you find me? I guess you found me through shorts. But You know, if you're wondering who I'm talking to, it's because they're all on the horizontal stream. YouTube splits the chat. I don't know why, for horizontal and vertical. But yeah, I'm on the horizontal stream. No, you're not shooting competitions, just shooting at FOP. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like the competitions are still once a month, right? Let me see if I have other pictures that I want to show. I think that's it. That's it for the meet. I was gonna jump on iRacing, but I don't know if the guys are still on iRacing right now. Yeah, it looks like they're in voice chat. So I can't tell if they're in iRacing or if they're in another game. Yeah, James does the 2-gun a lot. Did you know that Ian was sponsored at one point? It's funny that Adam, you were talking about a Tacoma. James was talking about it has a Tacoma now, so there you go. You guys just do, like your own Tacoma discussion. Yeah, Ian's all about that multi-gun competition. 3-gun, right? I wonder, do I have... Where's my phone? Oh, actually, let me show you the guys this real quick. Oof. I bet you that was loud. Loud for you guys. Sorry for RIP headphone users. So this was the DJ setup at the event. And this guy, man, it was huge. Like, these little wooden panels could be considered a little cheesy, but it was definitely loud. A lot of bass. I know, right? So the event was cool. I mean, I would say if it didn't rain, it would be something that I would enjoy going to. The price was really cheap for drivers. It was like, yeah, it's great value, good life, right? But the price was really good for drivers. It was $120 for the whole day driving. But I think the way they make their money is by entry. So to spectate, it was $10. Other events, spectating is free. So now you're being backed by the spectators versus the drivers, and the drivers are actually providing entertainment. So that's probably why the drive was cheap. But I could see like the guy who drifted paid even less than the track day, and he got the most seat time because he was by himself, right? And he had just as many sessions as we did, but he had a lot of practice, and he ended up winning. Like, the prizes were actually really good. First prize for drifter was a turbo kit, and he got a turbo because he was the only drifter. And then there was I think $1,200 worth of discounts for whoever won the show car thing and whoever won the track car thing. And of course, it was our buddy at Lap Around the World who won the track event because he has a lot of experience and his NSX is super clean. So let me see if I have a picture of his NSX. I hope the volume doesn't wreck your ears. Let me see. Do I have a picture of his car? Oh, real quick before I go on. Jeez. I was gonna do a voiceover at the track, but or I was gonna record a section during the track, but then the music was so loud. That little guy, the guy in a CRZ, was out there killing it. Yeah, he won just for showing up, right? He got a turbo because he was the only one who showed up. I think all the drifters backed out because of the rain. But, I mean, shouldn't that help with the drifting? Yeah. So Top End got best group at the sticker show, and all we did was show up. That was a great show, too. Also, unfortunately affected by rain. So the rain kind of killed the crowd, right? All right, so where is the, let me see. Oh, there it is. Yeah, see the music in the background is just so loud. I'm about to get copyright striked. So yeah, this is the Lap Around the World, or Lap of the World. He takes his NSX, packs everything in it, and drives it everywhere. It took him, I think he said, how much did he say? Like 7 hours, 8-hour drive to get to Jacksonville, or 6, I believe. Oh, Dave. Oh, man, I got 0 shots of your car. When you were leaving, I was like, oh, crap. I didn't get any pictures of Dave's car. But, it's a surprise, right? So Dave, whenever you're ready, just let me know. I'll make a reel of your car. No, man. Yeah, we all parked together. We all hung out the whole weekend, the whole Saturday, and then you're gonna give me trouble for not posting a picture of your car. Eladio was drifting around the track. Yeah, it was like pretty wet. Oh man, for real. Okay. I'll get a picture of your car next time. Whenever you're ready for it to be revealed. And it's, I mean, like, you guys know that Dave has S2K that's still being worked on. So what did he drive to the meet? I don't know. You guys have to figure it out. Yeah, if the S2K is under construction, what did he drive? You guys have to guess. I'm not going to give you any more hints. Do I have any footage of... Oh, so the session I missed for advanced, I was able to actually get people, like, record people on track. It's always hard to get footage of people on track when you're in the same group, right? Pink convertible. It's a Barbie Corvette, right? So here's Eladio taking turn 10 and 1. I still call it turn 10 and 1 instead of turn 1. And then he's followed by... So the... I don't know why it's lagging. I gotta fix that. But whenever it plays off my computer and it's not optimized, it lags. I think it's because I'm streaming and all that. Z Germans. BMW, I mean Supra. Speak of Germany, when are we going to Nürburgring? Because Ray is there right now, sending me pictures. I'm still jealous. Like, we were all supposed to go together. What the heck, man? You left us. All right, so Marcus sent a picture. Oh, there. Oh man, it's kind of hard to see. There it is. He says he's on 2 wheels. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that really 2 wheels? It's a little blurry, almost like Photoshop. Are you sure, Marcus? Are you sure you're on 2 wheels? I'm gonna say yes. I trust you, right? A Prius. Hey, if you guys aren't part of the Discord, let me see. Oh man, this is the part where the bot doesn't work anymore. Let me check. You know, we're just hanging out. Not too bad. I like these chat sessions instead of the I mean, iRacing is great, but sometimes I don't get to like hang out with you guys. Like, barely talk to people in the chat because, you know, driving and talking at the same time is not recommended. All right, so I'll just send a manual link. There's the link to the Discord if you're not part of it already. That's usually where we go talk about events, talk about sim racing, talk about upcoming track days, car setup, memes, everything. I have a couple of new people joining the chat. I see Rami has just joined. New to sim racing in Discord. Welcome, welcome. You mainly race on Assetto Corsa? Okay. I mean, we do Assetto. For me at least, I do Assetto Corsa solo so that I could practice my actual car. So back then it was the 9th gen, and now is the FK8. So I do like Assetto Corsa for that. We just haven't set up a server yet, so haven't done any multiplayer. Right now, if you look at the Discord, there are people live. They're in the voice room. They're running. I think either iRacing or what was that game called? I forget. LFS. Yeah. Live for Speed. So I think they were doing Live for Speed. I have a feeling there. But then, like, earlier, Danny said they were doing iRacing. So I don't know. If you guys are interested, they're doing it right now. Hop on and join. Marcus had fun once. Let's see. Marcus is Series 0. You'd like to join our Discord clan there? There it is. There's a link. Eladio, yeah, I got you. I got one video of you outside. Only because, like, that's the toughest part about track days. We're all in the same group, so I can't record you guys. It's rough. Unless I put a GoPro on your car. With a decent mount, I can't, lose a GoPro just like Diego. Diego lost his GoPro. Is there footage? Let me see if I could show you guys what happened to Diego. Here's what happened to Diego. Oh man, how far back was it? Oh, here's a picture of Diego doing two wheels at the firm this weekend. He was killing it. Oh, now you guys get to see all the chat. No screenshots. Stop. Like, everyone who's in the Discord, you guys are on TV. Hi, Mom. Look at this. Look how high Diego got. 2 wheels. He said he did it on purpose because he saw Ryan take a picture, so he was like, okay, let me hop up on 2 wheels. So he hopped up on 2 wheels. That's insane. I mean, like, the grass here obviously is taller than the ground, so he's higher than what you see here. This gap here, there's even more space behind this grass. So Diego was just flying. I think this is turn 4. It's always scary going over turn 4 this fast with 2 wheels, because then your outside wheels take 100% of the load. I mean, they're obviously outside front wheel is going to take a lot of the load all the time. But when you're on 2 wheels, even more. But maybe that helps, right? Because now all your weight's onto 2 wheels and you get more grip. But out of turn 4, you're going like 80. And, like, if you don't settle the car in time, you're going to loop it. And then that's where cars flip, right? Turn 4 is where the Integra flipped and a bunch of other cars flipped. So good job, Diego. Super risky, but, he's young. He can do it. All right, let me look for this video. I don't know if Cade wants to talk about what happened to him over the weekend, but I'll let him talk about it. Dang, I guess he didn't post it here. He posted it somewhere else. Oh, we got Anthony posting his footage from the firm. All right, here. I think this is the video. Can I make this bigger? How do I make this like on the right side? You might have to watch it through this small screen. All right. You guys can see that, right? And the camera flew out the window. So make sure you guys secure your cameras, right? You're excited about Roebling Road? Yeah. Be at the E3, we'll hang out, right? Get some seat time in. New FK8. I'm gonna take it easy first couple days, or the first day. Which means, okay, so we have Roebling coming up. Next stream is gonna be the community stream. I don't know what we're racing at, but it'll be an iRacing, and I'll probably talk about what I'm doing to the car to prep for Roebling. But next Monday is the stream where we're gonna be practicing for Roebling Road. So I'm going to hop in a set of Corsa, maybe have a multiplayer server set up, but we're going to run laps in Roebling as much as we can. Adam, Ian, all you guys going to Roebling, you guys need to get on the sim and maybe we could go together. Or if you're just watching the stream and driving in parallel, that'd be great too. You too, Eladio, right? We all got to start practicing Roebling. And the reason why I want to do a set of Corsa instead of iRacing is because the iRacing FK8 is like a race car FK8. So the transmission's different, power is different, weight's different, everything's different. And it's slicks only, right? So I can't I can't practice in my street tires on a car with slicks, so that's why I'm gonna practice in Assetto Corsa. And plus, Roebling's not even on iRacing, so it'd be nice. You know, we'll do Roebling, FK8s, street tires, hopefully stock setup. Ian, you were saying that the FK8 mod was a little different from the real car. Is that right? Yeah, I need to have Diego set up a server for Roebling. That'd be nice. Maybe I could ask him later. Maybe just this one time, right? Limit it to like a couple people who are going to the actual Roebling event. Do a check ride or wait for the clinic. Dang, Ian, you're leaving me. I just got checked into 3. I know you guys are going to check ride into 4 already, and time trials and instructor clinic. I feel like I'm behind. Yeah, it was a great weekend. A lot of good pictures, a lot of good food. There were food trucks there. There was like lemonade and tacos and pizza. I think I'll go again. The Honda meet needs to take notes. I think usually the Honda meet has no food. You have to go out and get your own or grill. One time I think they had a food truck, but yeah, they should probably do a little sideshow too. The Staker meet was nice because I had a sideshow. Maybe also coincide it with Cars and Coffee, right? So it's good. It's always fun to do the firm when there's spectators because you could see them like cheering you on and all that stuff. And this is the turn 10 and 1, where if you're really fast here, like it looks really, really good. Oh man, this little slideshow. There. Turn 10 and 1, right in front of the crowd, right? You can like drift it or like squeal out to the outside. Oh, I just realized here that Eladio is running his street tires. This is before you switch tires. So these are your like, now you're in your really grippy tires, huh? Oh, so Adam, you're gonna check ride for 4. You're gonna go through the stages. Yeah, I think me too. Honestly, like, you know, instructing would be nice, but I think for me as a content creator, I'm gonna stay in 4. That way, I have time to record you guys and capture video, make content for the channel, all that good stuff. If I was instructing, I wouldn't want to take my focus away from the student. It wouldn't be right? As an instructor, your priority should be the student. I mean, sure, you have your free track time and all that, but your focus should be on the student. If the student is not enjoying their time there, they're not improving because you're not helping them, then the student will never stay for another track day, and probably not invite others. And DE1 is like the bottom of the pyramid, right? It's the base. If the DE1 guys stop coming, then we are the last generation of track guys. And then, people are just going to do takeovers all the time. So it's up to us, right? As instructors and D3 and up, 4, whatever, to bring out these new guys, get them interested in going to track days. That way, like we can keep growing the community. Like-minded people, all that good stuff. Joel Cole, you're cooked? Cooked? Yeah, I guess I'm pretty tired. Yeah, I'll probably stay in 4, but we'll see. What do you run in track? What do you mean? So I drive a FK8 now, the little Civic Type-R, mostly stock. All I've done to it is tires and wheels and tires, and then upgraded the brakes. I used to run a 9th gen Honda Civic Si and a little Lotus Elise. So yeah, for the new viewers, let's see. Do I have pictures? A good picture? It's all on my Instagram. I totally forgot to like put pictures on the computer to show you. Oh, here, I have some pictures. So here's my 9th gen that I used to run. I still have it. I might sell it. It's going to be out at Roebling. Someone else is going to be driving it. But this was my main car for when I first started. I started driving in 2001 or 2021, doing these HPDE events in this car, the 9th gen Honda Civic. And then I also have a Lotus Elise. Let me see if I got a picture of that. No, not there. It's mostly videos that I have on the computer, not really pictures. Yeah, a little front wheel drive car, and then the Lotus is like completely different, mid-engine rear wheel drive, right? And I'm not saying I'm a fast driver or anything. I just enjoy it enough where I just want to spread the word, right? Get more people out there. Elise, there it is. Here's my weekend slash kind of track car until I got the FK8, so it's not a full track car anymore. There's my other car, a Lotus Elise. My quarter mile, I don't run quarter mile actually. I do HPDE days, which are like road course. So all the mods I do on a car actually hurt my quarter mile time. Everything is stock power. That way I could, you know, gotta be competitive. But like the wing, the fat front tires, all this stuff don't help with quarter mile times. I mean, sure, the weight reduction helps, but all this extra drag, the aero, right? Canards, splitter, wing, just adds drag, and you know, it doesn't help me in my quarter mile time. Last time I done quarter mile was when I had a turbo Eclipse, and I never even did drag for in my turbo S2000. Like I should have. That car was probably built better for the quarter mile, but I never did it. I just, you know, I went to the events and had fun, but I never ran the car because I was saving money, and I was probably wasting my money on the track days. What's the price for the FP6? It depends on who you are. Like if you're part of the crew, then I'll probably give a good price because I want to keep it close by, right? That way, if I ever want to drive it, I can ask. But if it's someone else, you know, I'll just, considering the little track damage that's done to it. All right, you see these aren't speed lines; these are scratches because I hit a wall. Considering the damage, I mean, even though I have like extra carbon fiber parts everywhere, like spare hood, fenders, all that good stuff, I probably will or will not include it in the selling price. But because it's damaged, I probably will give a good deal if anyone's actually serious about buying the FB6. But yeah, hopefully that answers the questions, Joel. Yeah, thanks for asking that. I know a lot of track enthusiasts are talking about quarter mile times and like top speeds and stuff. But you know, we do road course mainly. And road course and sim racing, right? But yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for subscribing and joining. All right, so I think that's all I had to say about the event and the brake failure. I mean, that was the main topic of the discussion, was the brake failure, and I think we have steps forward to kind of fix it. A little bit more cooling, hopefully a better brake compound, maybe new rotors. The stock rotors seemed like they were decent condition. There weren't any cracks. Some of the holes in because it's drilled, right? They're drilled rotors. Some of the holes were clogged. Maybe just clean them out. But maybe eventually I'll get some either slotted or blanks. But yeah, definitely pad change. I went to the HP pluses, but maybe I'm going to go with DTCs or DCTs, DTCs, 70s, no, 60s. But we'll see. So future upgrades, and like I said, in the next event, I'll for sure give you guys an update on what the parts do. So yeah, thanks to everyone who's joined the chat and sat down and talked about it. We talked about it for an hour, almost 2 hours. So that's pretty good. Yeah, you'll see the FK8. I'm editing the videos right now for the event and the prep and all that good stuff. So look out for those. I hope the series is, like gets more people interested in track and all that good stuff. But yeah, that's it. If you guys want to hang out, we're in the Discord. I'm probably going to be in there for a little bit. But yeah, for everyone else, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.